Hello, this is Tammy Braswell, and you're invited to experience the Transcendent Perspective, a glimpse into the high-frequency, energetic transmissions I share so you can experience yourself and your life more fully, and see through the collective conditioning from a higher frequency way of being. Let's flow into this perspective now. Our divine purpose is to express and experience the divine part of ourselves through our human reality on our soul's journey in this physical realm. So it's being really conscious that you are a divine being, that you are on your soul's journey. Your soul chose this journey. It had intentions of experiences it wanted to have through your understanding at the human level, from all that you've experienced in your life, so that you make your choices of the different experiences and in the different experiences from that place, from wherever you are in your human understanding. But when we come to know ourselves as the divine being we are, and the connection we have with our soul and the journey that it wants us to be on with it, then how we see our life, how we experience our life, how we are in our life, what we be, do, and have in our life shifts. And it can be at a much higher frequency because it's not cluttered by all the noise of the world. Because now we're listening to our inner guidance more, and we're collaborating with our soul so that we understand what was its intentions to experience in this physical world. And your highest self-expression is the way that you walk through the world, knowing your divine purpose. So we have the ability to tune into that divine part of ourself, the higher part, and our connection with our soul, and live our life through that way of viewing life. So we have our divine purpose, but I believe what most people mean when they're saying, what is your life purpose, or what are you supposed to be doing here? I'm going to invite you not to believe that you're supposed to be doing anything. Our soul doesn't even want us to be supposed to be doing anything, or have to do anything, or should be doing anything. It wants us to explore this physical reality. It shares with us experiences it would like us to have. That's why we will see repetitive experiences if we don't experience it to the level that our soul would like us to. And then it gives us the ability to make choices in it. And we can choose to express ourselves from love. That's the high frequency. So again, going to our purpose, we have a divine purpose. And so the aspects of ourself that we express in this physical reality from that purpose are through our passions, through our gifts, through our talents, through what we love to do and who we love being while we're doing it in this physical reality. So athletes who are really tuned into what they're doing and loving it are living their divine purpose. They're expressing their divine purpose. A heart surgeon who loves healing people's hearts, doing surgery, that's that person's place of passion and true, pure alignment with what they love. That's what our highest self-expression is being tuned in, loving the alignment and the feeling and the pleasure of whatever it is that you're doing in that moment, and who you get to be in it is that divine being. So we're expressing out into the physical world our divinity, our connection with our soul in ways that we are in love with. We love what we're doing at the time. We love who we're being at the time. We love the flow of it. We love the alignment of it. We love the experience of it. That's when we know that we are in that true alignment with our highest self-expression. And we can choose to be in that all the time, and it will continuously expand and evolve as we do. Your self-expression yesterday is different than your self-expression today. Your self-expression today will be different than your self-expression tomorrow, especially when you are conscious of it, conscious of living that way. Most are not conscious of it, so they live in ways that are lower frequency or constricted or limited. Like I said, I observe when I walk through this world. That's the place that I've gotten to. I observe what others are saying, what they're doing, how they're behaving, especially energetically feeling into them. And I was even just in the grocery store and I wanted to purchase some yogurt. And I noticed that the one that I wanted to purchase had expired like over a week earlier, and no one had taken it off the shelf, obviously. So there was one of the employees there, and I asked him if he was aware that these were expired or let him know that they were expired. And it was interesting to observe how he responded. He said, "That's because no one eats that crap." Well, first, actually, I asked him if he worked there because I've been asked questions in stores and I'm like, well, I'll help you. Maybe I know where the thing is, but I'm not employed here. So I asked him if he was employed there, and he said, unfortunately, that was the first word out of his mouth. And then he mumbled something as I was standing there looking at the different yogurts and making sure the dates were okay for me to purchase. He said, well, that's what happens with a high school education or the school system, referencing the school system. And I just listened. I didn't respond back. I kept my energy and frequency where I wanted it to be because I know he's obviously in a lower one than I am, but I held mine. And at the end, as I went to leave and I gave him the expired ones and he just kind of tossed them in a box, he said, well, have a great day. And I said, you too. And it just made me giggle a little that the way he grumbled, that's how I reference it, about all these other things from the low frequency he was in to then wish me a great day. And part of me questioned, do you know what a great day is, or is that just a response? He is not necessarily living in his highest self-expression because I could tell by his energy he's not really connected to his highest self-expression. He feels very constricted. He feels limited by his education, obviously, and by where he is employed. So most people, and I do say most because it is a smaller percentage. If you're listening to this, then you are in a higher percentage range, a lower percentage amount of people who are paying attention to this, who are more conscious of it, who are seeking to expand themselves and looking for information and understanding and frequencies of a higher nature so that they can contemplate that information, take it in as they desire to take it in, and then to live from that if they so choose. You're invited to receive the full high-frequency energetic transmissions I share in the Transcendent Perspective, offered within living frequency spaces for those ready to explore themselves more deeply. Continue on your transcendent journey with me through the link in the description below. And always know that I am sending much love to you.